Go. Any minute now.
Do we start now?
Go.
Here we are, Gregg and Michelle podcast number 34, but it's like our fourth during the pandemic.
Yeah, it's like fourth of the last year. Where are you?
Hi, Greg Henson.
How are you? Can you hear me? Everything good?
It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
Oh, you've sounded better. Are you okay? You look a little peaked.
I'm good. I got my little light on. Don't my light?
What's happening?
Well, here,
What's happening here?
Let me give myself where? Oh, I have to trim it. My clippers broke.
Oh,
I kid you not.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Is that supposed to be some kind of a?
I don't do passive aggression. No, I don't do passive aggression. I just do aggression. It looks kind of shaggy. There it is.
Well, at least you're being honest.
It's not you.
Who is it then?
Some freak show, some guy pushing something down the road, kicking a can down the road.
Oh, come on, man. With so many people having their beards out of control, mine is not out of control at all. Look at this.
So are
little
you
gray,
guys
little
all
gray
in,
though.
Where are you again? Yeah, those are little silver fox.
I'm in
You're
Virginia,
right?
Yeah, it's ice cold. We have ice.
Maryland, Virginia, one of those crab states, right?
Yep. I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
And we don't like the cold. I mean, we have had. Let me tell you something, Mister.
Why do you people live there? What's wrong with you?
Record cold here in Grand Rapids, and my boiler burst. That's not
really?
Code.
I don't want to know what kind of code that is. Wait.
That's not code for anything feminine. No, my boiler took. Yeah.
Oh boy. So what does that mean? Are you without heat?
I was for 4 days. Now that there's a heat wave coming, it's going to be 35 this weekend. They decided to come by and fix it.
Well, are you pissed that Ted Cruz left Texas while your boiler broke?
You know what was funny? Here's what happened. I got mad. Ted Cruz boards the plane.
Ted!
And Ted Cruz goes, my daughter just wanted to go. And his travel agent goes, nuh-uh, y'all. Nuh-uh. Pew, 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 pew. Wait, this is his travel agent. Pew, pew. Nuh-uh. He said Saturday. Like she ratted him out like yesterday's business.
It would be the last time I used that travel agent. And secondly, who the hell cares? You think Ted's going to put on a hard hat and get his wrenches out and fix the pipe? The pipeline?
Well, and here's why that story doesn't wash well.
I never believed it. He was going on a few days vacation.
Remember during the campaign when he was a candidate running for president, remember he went to hug his daughter and she went, bleh! Remember, we all saw her push him away and going like spit at him, and she sucker punched him in the sack.
I never saw. Oh, hey, now you made me cringe. I don't.
Sucker punched him.
No, I don't remember that, but I mean, it's so stupid that all we do is sit outside and wait. Oh, he left Texas for 3 days while it was freezing. Good, that's smart. I'm leaving too.
I don't even care about the trip. That's not half as offensive as that. I don't know what he's trying to do with that hair.
And he's gotten fat. What's going on with him?
You know what? I was gonna do short on the side. He's ruined my haircut.
He's doing the Eddie Munster mullet. That's what he's doing.
What's happened? Is that a midlife crisis? Is that like a red Corvette on your head? Like, is that a midlife crisis? What is that?
Kind of, if you're not man enough to just shave it. Just shave it off.
Wrangler jeans.
Well, he definitely looked a little chubby, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, remember when we were kids, we got the Husky Tough Skins? I got size Husky at Sears, the jeans. Size Husky for Tubby. Bring him in. That's kind of where he is now.
Yeah, I was surprised. He looked a little heavy because you don't normally see him, when he's on TV, you don't normally see his gut. You just see the neck up, right?
Right.
Yeah, I love that we're now chasing people down saying, oh, he doesn't care because he took a plane flight to Cancun. And I'm thinking, I really don't give a damn where Ted Cruz is right now.
I was just thinking, at least it wasn't a private jet that he chartered like, so many of the other politicians.
Right. No kidding, right? Poor Ted.
Right. Dad, poor Ted. Daddy, I think it'd be funny if we caught him with a sombrero and a conga line with
a margarita.
What? Who, me? What? Hey.
Of all the things our politicians do, that seems small. I'm going for a margarita.
I agree, but it's just funny though. It's the backpedaling, and it's the I mean, he just
oh, congratulations, we found a hypocrite politician.
Right. Well, I was just gonna say, all he had to do was say, I'm going.
He kind of did last night.
Did you hear what he's doing now?
What?
He bought an entire hedonism, the entire resort. He's flying the whole state of Texas down to hedonism. No clothes.
Have you seen this though? That people are sleeping in their cars because it's so cold and they don't have heat. And I didn't know this, but I guess these new Tesla cars have a camp out feature, which you can sleep in your car for 24 hours without killing the battery.
I wanted one of those cars, man. I think they're the coolest.
I'm selling my house and buying a Tesla now. I'm going to live in it. Are you kidding me?
Listen, Noah, you get one shoebox. You can put your crap, anything you want, in one shoebox.
They're not invited. The kids are not invited, and neither's the wife. It's just me and my Tesla, and maybe one of the two dogs.
I get it.
Because when I saw that, I'm thinking that. And then there's another picture of a guy in his F-150 plugging the house into the back of his truck because he's got a plug on the back.
Listen, that's what Ford released their F-150s all over, which I thought was a cool thing for Ford. Kudos. All their trucks that are on sales lots, they're letting people use them because they have a generator in them,
right,
or whatever it is. But Ford, they've released them, so there's thousands of these trucks which is pretty cool. I thought.
Yeah, I mean it's not nearly enough, but whatever.
Didn't you lived in Texas, right?
Yep, we had a bad ice snowstorm in 2010 during the week of the Super Bowl. And there are no plows in Texas. They had to borrow some from Oklahoma just to open up the freeway between Fort Worth and Arlington and Dallas. And it took 2 weeks. The kids were out of school for 10 days, 2 solid weeks, because there's no salt. There are no plows because it never stays cold for long. This was a freak storm that just came up. They said it was like a Category 5 hurricane hitting the whole state. So, yeah, it was odd. They're not prepared, and they never will be.
They lined the streets now with ribeye steaks on either side. So
you think so?
I don't know. That was lame. That sounded better in my head.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you in a while.
Way.
Hi, yeah. Look at your color looks good. You look good. You got a pulse. Let me see. You look good.
No, looking good. Although I will tell you, I'm having a tooth problem. See this tooth right here?
What's wrong there with your teeth?
That's a cap, and that calf is sore underneath. I think I'm having an infection under there. I don't know. But now my face is sore, like right here.
That's it. Yeah, it's called don't let that go. They'll yank that sucker.
I think they got a root canal it.
Oh,
my dentist is closed today, though.
I
gotta wait till Monday.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm hepped up.
You do. It looks a little swollen over there. I'm not gonna lie.
Right here, yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. And you know what? You'll get raked over the coal to go on a weekend.
I'm not going on a weekend.
No.
I'll just take painkillers.
Shut up and put an ice pack on it.
I'm just taking Tylenol PMs or Tylenol extra strength. I'll be fine till Monday.
Just a minute.
Those are way cheaper than.
Let me see what I got in here.
Last time I took a pill from you, I passed out for 3 days.
You know what? I found some sort of orange pill under the couch this morning and took it. I mean, why let it go to waste? I don't know what it was. Why let it go to waste? I'm not gonna.
As long as the dogs don't eat it.
My purse fell open at work one time, and I went, nobody move.
Hey, I know you're not overly political at all. What did you think of Rush Limbaugh's passing this week?
I got to tell you, I don't speak ill of the dead, no matter who you are. I mean,
unless it's me,
unless it's like, I don't know, Hitler. But I mean, I don't speak. I think that it's tacky to slam him now. I never. Again, I really liked what Dick Burton wrote on his page.
Oh.
I think you reposted that if I'm not mistaken. And he didn't realize he went to watch Rush give a speech, and he went up and introduced himself afterwards, Dick Burton, to Rush, and Rush said, "Oh, you're my hero." And Dick's like, "What?"
I don't think Rush went.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said, "You're my hero." And he said, "Well, my boss, my program director sent me tapes of you. And so I aspire to be like you." And here's Dick, who's like, "Oh my God, that was a cool moment." And I like that what he had to say about it, you know?
Well, Dick is probably 1B on my list. Rush is really somebody I enjoyed listening to. I happen to agree with him, but even if I didn't, he was really fun and entertaining to listen to. But Dick is 1B. I mean, I grew up listening to Dick Burton, and everyone gets mad at me because they say, "Well, why didn't you listen to J.P. McCarthy?" And I was like, "Well, I was a kid.
Yeah, you didn't. It was
JP
over
was
your head.
talking about stuff that didn't interest me because it was important, smart stuff.
Right.
I was listening to JJ and the Morning Crew, and I was listening to Dick Burton, and I was listening to a ton of sports. So I would tune into JP to hear when he talked, because he talked to Bo Schembechler all the time, every week, and he talked to Sparky Anderson and all the Red Wing coaches and the Piston coaches. And so I would listen to that, but when he was talking to the CEO of Ford, GM, and Chrysler, I was a kid. I was like, hey, what is this? Get this out of here. Or he'd be on the morning after a Tiger game, and I'd catch him for a little bit. But I definitely recognize his greatness as well. But Dick Burton is it for me. He's a class act. He treated me amazing when I worked with him at CBS. So when I saw his post yesterday, it was like, I guess I shouldn't have expected anything less from the great Dick Burton.
I didn't know that story. I'm sure he's told that many times, but I didn't know that story that when he got to meet him, because that is cool when you meet like an icon and you practice what you're going to say to them, or you meet somebody and then they turn it around, which is super cool.
Which is what you did to me when you met me, and it was very cool.
I said that I'm a big fan of yours.
You said you're an icon and I love you. And I listen to you every day.
No, we were at Caribou Coffee and I said, go get me a refill, bitch. That's what I said. An icon.
That's not how I remember it.
But, Eddie, listen, I've worked in radio for years and years. I get to meet, we meet a lot of people, and I am not good at it. I am now, but as a 20-something-year-old in music radio, I loved, so I got to meet David Bowie. So in my college dorm room at Central Michigan, fire up chips, CMU, I had the Bowie Rolling Stone cover framed, and he has one blue eye and one brown eye. Truth, David Bowie does. Okay. So I get to meet him on the Glass Spider tour. In Detroit, Scherzer, just like Scherzer. Anyway, it's a Glass Spider tour, so I'm practicing. I'm the music director. I'm taking winners. You have the most amazing eyes I've ever seen. You have the most, Mr. David. You have the most amazing eyes I've ever. I got my changes album. He takes my hand and he goes, "You have the most amazing eyes I've ever seen." He read my mind, truth, and I went, "Got it." And then I looked like a fool, and he carried on. But yeah, it's a true story.
You've got a bit of a large caboose as well, but your eyes are gorgeous.
Wow, you're huge. Do you know what he did one time?
I bet you look great in a car, love.
I know. I always look good in a car. Let's not get that. I always look good in a car. It's just when you get out the rest stop, they go, oh, that. That's why this Zoom world is working for me. This is great.
So hold on.
Yeah.
Growing up in an outpost like you did.
Grand Rapids.
Who did you used to listen to up there that was famous? Anyone?
Well, here's a funny story. I listened to, there was a radio station here, WGRD, and it's where those guys, Free Beer and Hot Wings, got their start. And it was top 40. I like bubble gum, sticky, sweet.
That's fine.
40 hit music. I love it. In fact, you got me on to now yacht rock, which sailing takes me away.
The best. It's the best.
Toto. Anyway, so I listened to, but here's a funny story. I listened to the local guys like that. But
that's
one of my favorite was the Tony and Lori. And I woke up at 6:46, my alarm, to Tone, the fun guy, Tony and Lori. Now Tony's my partner on the radio. That's how long that, he's been here in Grand Rapids.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. Because I know, we had some real icons in Detroit, and I couldn't go through them all. But I'll tell you my story. When I was working in radio, I ended up working with JJ and the Morning Crew, and I remember those guys, the Bruiser Band and all that. Yeah. And I ended up producing their show when they moved from Wheels over to CSX, and it was like, you got to pinch yourself and say, holy crap. I'm working with Jim Johnson and George Byer, and I'm like their right-hand guy. It was amazing, and I'm friends with them to this day. And that was amazing. There were, here's the other one. I used to work at WXYT. I was the program director, and I did middays. And Sonny Elliott, his desk was 2 rows over from me.
I met Sonny Elliott, about passed out when I met him. Yeah.
Sonny was great.
I got to go to a radio reunion with my buddy. He was Big Jim Edwards on CKLW for years. Jim Davis, you know Jim. And I went with him, and it was the year Casey Kasem was there, and Sonny Elliott was still alive, and Sonny Elliott was there. But yeah, hey, your bozo passed away this past week.
Oh yeah, Art Servy. Honestly, I thought he passed years ago. He was up there in his 90s, and our original. He yelled at me once when I went to the Bozo show with my sister's brownie troop. And me and my brother were hopping seats after the show while they were taking pictures. And this guy the guy in a half shirt yelled, "Hey, kid, sit down." I was like, "Oh,
sorry, bozo." Our bozo, we had a bozo. Grand Rapids had a different bozo. We had our own bozo.
I thought our bozo was out of Windsor.
Nope.
I think Art was in Windsor.
Yours is Windsor. Was Windsor. Ours was Grand Rapids. And he was bozo. He was a news guy, and I never knew they were one and the same, because I was a kid. When I found that out, I was really bummed out. Wait a minute, that's our bozo. But no, he
was like Krusty the Clown, though.
What?
Our guy was like Krusty the Clown, smoking Pall Malls, yelling at kids.
How's it going? I just ate a pack of Pall Malls. Sit down and shut up. Who wants to do the bucket bonanza?
But yeah, Art Survey has passed away. I met him years ago too. What a good guy.
That was sad.
And I told him the story, and he just cracked up. I said, "Me and my brother were screwing around, and you set us straight." It was pretty funny.
Good Lord. Good Lord. So
but,
I have to ask you.
Let me just say this though: Rush's passing is really, really, it's sad. I think he was amazing to our industry, not so much yours, because I'm more in the talk realm. And he's on my station. He was on my station here in Virginia, and he does phenomenally well, and he'll be missed. And I have to be honest. It's left a void in my listening. I mean, I can't find everybody to listen to anymore. There's nobody that really fires me up anymore.
Well, I mean, I've my friends, and there's Rush here too. He's on the station here, and he's on, of course,
he's
JR,
on Wood, right?
What?
He's on Wood, and he's on JR Detroit.
In fact, I followed him. We were before Rush. I had to think about that. We did a show called Mouth to Mouth on Wood. With Scott and Michelle, and he's at WJR. I was the biggest mouth, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you were, sister.
But no, it has left a void. You being a program director of one of those stations, what are you going to do now in that time slot? Are you going to take what they will send you, or are you going to fill it with local? What are you doing?
We have both those options. It depends on what is offered, really. We don't know anything. I mean, they're going to just take a couple of weeks. Yeah, they're going to take a couple of weeks and make some decisions at the network level. And then we've got options locally if we want to, me being one of them if I wanted to do it. And we've talked about it, but I don't know. I mean, it's something that's definitely come up because I'm here already and I'm not doing a show currently.
If I remember correctly, there's only one show that beat Rush in Detroit consistently.
Us.
For 3 years in a row. Yeah, that would be Gregg and Michelle. But I'm not living in the past at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because that don't write bonus checks for you in 2020.
No, it doesn't.
Or 2021. 2021
Nobody
already?
writes bonus checks in 2021.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. But yeah, it leaves a void. Just on a personal level, it leaves a void. Like, I liked listening to the show.
Is there another, like a Hannity, or is there another conservative guy that you can connect with, or is there somebody else that you listen to, or was that it? That was your fill. That's what you needed.
No, I like a lot. I like Ben Shapiro, but Ben is more fact based and not as entertaining. I mean, Ben is a booger eater. He's like, here's the facts and only the fact. It's like Dragnet,
like a savant. Yeah,
right?
Like
he is.
Yeah,
but he's not the entertaining, warm host that Rush was. If it's somebody like Tucker Carlson, that would interest me. I like Tucker a lot. I think he's interesting, and he's a bit of a smarm, but I enjoy that. But who knows? It could be somebody we've never heard of before. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. It's just a large void to fill.
It is. It's hard. And you know what? You got to give the guy credit for this too. He worked as long as and I think he would have said goodbye had he thought he wasn't coming back. I think he really thought, I'm going to get this stuff done. And
let me tell you, though, we're getting emails right up until the day he died that there was a guest host and Rush would be back soon. Because I think right up until the end, his last show was February 3rd, and he died on Ash Wednesday. So it was a solid 2 weeks he was gone. And they weren't sending out, I have to be honest, the longer he was off, the worse I knew it was. And so they would get emails every morning saying Mark Stein's filling in, or whoever else would be filling in, Ken Matthews. And at that point, I kind of was like, what's going on? So I called his people and said, should we be worried? And they said, no, there's nothing new, nothing going on. And who knows? Well, because, when you get cancer, you're susceptible to infections that kill you quickly. I think That's what happened with my friend Jamie. I think he was recovering and thought there
Mm.
was going to be a recovery, and I think he got some type of infection that really affected him. So I think that might have happened to Rush as well, because I don't think they were planning on February 3rd being his last day.
Yeah, it is tough. It's a tough situation, and it's tough if you're like you are in programming, trying to figure out what you're going to do with your station. Are you going to bring it back local? Are you going to
Right.
do another? Because again, I I hate to be the first one after. You know what I'm saying? Like, what a tough act to follow.
Unless
You know?
unless you're a bigger name in conservatism, which would be Tucker Carlson, because I don't think Shapiro's ready for that yet. I just
Yeah.
don't think he. It would. I think the content would be good. I think the delivery might not be polished enough yet, and I think Tucker could do that. I even thought they might move Hannity, but I don't think he'll do that just because I think it would really mess up his day. Because right now he goes right from radio to TV, and now there'd be a 3-hour break between, and I just don't think that's going to happen.
I spent some time with him, and he's extremely nice, but not what you'd expect.
Who, Sean?
Sean, he lost his luggage. It seems like everybody comes to Grand Rapids loses. It's a void of luggage.
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt we opened up, Bonnie Raitt did a show here. It was her first show back after that. Remember that big album in the late 90s? She came back and she lost her luggage. Luggage. So Sean didn't have he was like in a sweatshirt and jeans.
That's how he dresses all the time, though.
I was just kidding, but he was where there was some big event that night. He was so worried. He goes, "You think people will care? Do you think?" I'm like, "No, Sean, no. Just get in my car. We look good in the car." No problem.
the two of us look great in the car.
No problem.
So,
but yeah.
Thank God we still have Dick Burton. He's my guy.
I know.
Love him.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, and he had nice words to say in a day and age where no one has anything nice to say about anybody. You know what I mean?
Terrible.
It's so many petty, angry people that it's ridiculous.
So see the woman at the Dunkin' Donuts. She was getting the munchkins, the little box of donuts, and they gave her a dozen, and she's freaked out. And she goes, "I need 50." And I'm like, first of all, I can relate. When you need 50 donut holes, you
need them.
Not 49. Not. And she goes, "I ordered a dozen. A dozen isn't 12." And I like that. I could have said something. That could have been me. I want my dozen donuts.
No, that's true. That's true.
And
Michelle needs her dozen.
Did you get a boarding pass?
For what?
Is your name up on Mars like mine is?
No. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Okay, so the Mars rover landed yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And 11 million, you got to go and sign up and get a boarding pass, and they put your name. At least they said they did. It was probably a racket.
Yeah, I bet you bought a star too.
Yeah, they put my name, although they put everybody's on a chip. Mine was on a potato chip, but other than that, no, they put the names on a chip and they put them up there. And so I did our radio show's name, but then I just signed up for the next one under Michelle McCormick, and it doesn't go up till 2026. So there's plenty. You can still get a boarding. It's a cute boarding pass. I have a number. Cute. It doesn't cost anything. When the Martians look at it, they'll go, "Oh, there's one cute girl who looks good in a car."
Did you buy a Star Registry membership too?
That's when I knew a relationship was over. When my boyfriend at the time got me that for my birthday, I went, "Oh, and we're done."
As opposed to what I got my wife for Valentine's Day.
What'd you get her?
The greatest gift a woman could ever want.
Oh God!
I got her a Roomba.
You're an ass.
I'm gonna videotape it. I did. It's a Roomba. Look, I can turn it on from my phone.
You know what? You should turn it on like when the dog's just laying there one time to freak
the puppy hates it.
Of course he does.
Look, it says Roomba, right? See the little green logo right there?
I see it.
That's Roomba.
Look at your Michigan helmets on there. She's getting you one for the lawn now.
I don't cut the lawn.
The Roomba lawnmower.
I have people who do that, but is that wrong that I got her a Roomba?
Yeah, it is.
Who wouldn't want a Cuisinart? What else do you get?
I don't know. You know what? You could have got her a cleaning lady instead of the Roomba. It's probably the same. They're pricey.
Oh, but I'm using this new website called Slibuys, SLIBUYS. I got it for $79. They're $3.
Oh, so you got her a junky Roomba?
No, brand new,
refurbished.
No, it was returned. This website is when people return stuff and they don't put it back on the shelves, they sell it to this. I got her a discounted one, and it's brand new, and she's the luckiest woman in the world.
Sure it is. Well, she has you.
Well, what did you get?
I don't do Valentine's.
Yeah.
I think it's no, but and I mean it though. I don't want.
You didn't want a Roomba?
No. I was working in radio
Liar.
one time. I had a
Liar.
partner. This guy was on Star Search, Mark McCullum. So they put us together. He was a comedian on Star. That's a good idea. Let's put a comedian on the radio.
By the way,
so
my
they
new
put us
microphone?
together, McCormick and McCullum. Oh, that's cute. Look at your guy. That's
Snowball.
now you have 4 balls because you have that third ball. You've always had that
don't
problem.
have a third one. I don't know
You
what
have
you're
3
talking
balls.
about.
It's been a problem. He has to get extra shorts made. We get some special little undies for Greg, but now you have that one too. But yeah, so
No.
I don't even
What
know.
were you saying now?
I don't know. I forgot. It wasn't even. I forgot what I was saying.
Was it just another inane comment?
I was just rambling about.
From Cargirl?
Oh no, Valentine's Day. Mark
Yeah.
McCullum. They put us together, and Valentine's Day, the door swings open to the studio, and I put my feet up, and he goes, "What's this?" I go, "Just wait." Miss McCormick, we have 1 flowers. Miss McCormick, we have 1. Miss McCormick, we have about 7 things. He goes, "You're the town pump," and I said, "No, I'm not the town pump."
Yeah.
Who uses that term?
He's not lying.
Oh Lord.
What are you
All
going
right,
to go
Greg
on this
Henson.
weekend?
What am I doing this weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be warm up there. You're
Not
going
one
to
thing.
Going to go.
Now, what do I always?
skinny
This
dipping?
is a big deal. I did this podcast. I put lipstick on. I got it. That's it. I got to
You
get
didn't do that
my,
for us. You did a video earlier.
my studio now is in my bedroom. So literally, I
You.
roll out of bed, walk 2 feet, and come to work. How are you?
Wait, are you in Grand Rapids or are you still up
I'm in
north?
Grand Rapids right now. I'm not at up north right now.
Oh, okay.
Why, Michelle? Because the walls were closing in a little bit too much.
Wait, you were
That
there alone? But weren't you there alone?
Yeah, but the walls were still closing in a little bit too much.
Just needed to get out?
Yeah, I had to come back. And then I got here and the boiler exploded. The dogs are like, "What?"
So wait, is it cold in your house?
Not now. They fixed it yesterday.
Oh.
And then they had a leak, so they had to come back They were here till midnight last night. I can't. It's
You've had a leak though since we did those Motor City Middays concerts.
Oh, you're funny.
When you peed your pants.
Oh, that's funny. By the way, you can Google us on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you Google Michelle wetting herself singing.
It's the
What
MCM.
I Like About You.
Motor City Middays, the MCM5.
Yeah, when you burst
That's
out with
real.
What I Like About You. You forgot the words. We'll discuss that another day. All right.
Well,
If you
it's
like the
already
podcast,
it's already time to wrap. Yeah.
make sure you subscribe. We're getting up there in subscribers. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. If you like it on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and dig it. And we'll be back in a couple months with another show.
We'll be back next week. And listen, I kept my shirt on because we're trying to be. This is our.
No.
This is our Rush Limbaugh tribute show.
Yes.
That's why I wanted
So you're
to be
being
somewhat
respectful.
respectful. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Gregg and Michelle podcast in the can. You're welcome.
Oh, here she goes again. Stop thinking yourself.
Oh, we aren't done. I was giving my pose.
Okay, go ahead. Do your pose. We're done.